Yesterday was a rant and a rave about YouTube and why I don't get subscribers. I felt better after that, really. Today is a rant and a rave of what the world is at the moment and the innocent. We are the innocent. We struggle to survive. We struggle to get a retirement, a pension, live happy, to get a house, to get a car, for the necessities of life, to enjoy, to go on holiday. But what we constantly get bombarded by is propaganda from both sides. What is right and what is wrong? At the moment, we have Israel and Palestine. Palestine, or Hamas, invaded Israel on October the 7th. And of course, it was so obvious that Israel was going to retaliate. It's a country that has the backing of America, which is, I think, is fine, every country. The things which happened in Russia and the Ukraine, whose side do you support? Is it neither? Is it Russia? Is it Ukraine? Etc., etc. We don't like our politicians. We don't like the Prime Minister of England. We don't like Joe Biden. We don't like Xi Jinping. We don't like lots of them. They're just sort of like people who seem to just think of themselves and their family and try to get on a rich, quick scheme. And regardless, it's just money in their back pocket, and they feel like they just don't really care about the country. So it's the innocent, you and I, who get affected. These poor people in Israel, these poor people in Palestine, they are just innocent, trying to get on with their normal lives, and the governments or these people just interfere, whether it's to do with politics, whether it's to do with religion. Why can't we work together as one? Now, since the beginning of time, this has never really happened, and the Romans invaded North Africa, Europe, and eventually the United Kingdom. England tried to conquer the United States and failed, and scurried back to the United Kingdom, etc. The people who just are stuck in the middle, catch-22, is you and I, which is totally unfair, but you could say, this is life. We just have to deal with it. I think I've been quite lucky in my life that I managed to retire when I was 44 years old and live in relative comfort in some ways. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I did go and visit the United Kingdom because unfortunately my mum did pass away. Now, who is the innocent party there? It's not my sisters, it's not me, it's not family, it's the two cats there. She has two cats called Molly and Casper. They relied on my mum to look after them, and my sister is there at the moment, or one of my sisters is there full-time looking after these two cats. It's unfair. And that's how I describe the world as well. We get lots of propaganda from Russia. We get lots of propaganda from America. We get lots of propaganda from Israel, etc. Who is right and who is wrong? It should all be solved not with fighting or demonstrations. It should be solved peacefully. Is this going to happen? Well, the answer to that is, well, never. It's just going to continue like this, and you and I will be affected. One way or the other, taxes will go up, petrol prices will increase, energy prices will, consumer goods will go up, and we're all forced and pressured near enough to do as we're told. How I will ask you to jump. Your response as the innocent party, so you can just get by with your daily life, is how high would you like me to jump so that situation can go away? It's comes to a stage in your life when you do want to stand up and shout, and many people do. Some people supporting Palestine, some people supporting Israel. Whatever your choice, I think we should support the actual innocent people, the people like you and I who just want to get on with their daily life, earn their daily bread, have a happy life, have a holiday once or twice a year, enjoy your religious celebrations like Christmas or Easter or Eid if you're Muslim, etc. The list goes on and on. What can we do? You can post a video like this, for example. You can share this video with your friends. is we can vote, but does voting seem to do anything different to any other country? The answer is no. It's these small amount of individuals who are just greedy in the world, and there's very few rich, powerful individuals who actually believe in their country. They say they will believe, but Joe Biden, does he really? No, he just wants to get the presidency done and dusted, and then he can retire. And he's a little bit old to be president anyhow. The only president I have seen so far, now you can agree or disagree, who really seemed to be, who cared for his actual country, is Donald Trump. Why, you may say, is because he was rich before, a billionaire, so he didn't exactly need the money. Was it just for him to be, his ambition to be the most powerful man in the country or the world? Possibly, but I sort of really did think that he did it in such a different way, out of the political style, draining the Washington swamp. They absolutely hated it because they were going to lose money, and they would protest with it. And again, you would have two sides in America. You would have the Republicans and you'd have the Democrats. The same in England. You would have the Conservatives, who are in power at the moment, and the Labour, who may take power whenever the next general elections are. So the news gets divided into two parts. One would be for the Republicans, which would be Fox, and CNN would be for the Democrats. It's all divided. It's not objective anymore. Sometimes I am subjective, but I think I'm subjective in the real world of saying this is wrong, this should stop, because the innocent are the people who are getting involved in the whole situation and have the problem with the whole situation. It's not if the war strikes, who are the people who are going to be knocked off, so to speak, or die. It's going to be the civilians, again, you and I. The government, the politicians, no, they will go into their secret bunker and have glasses of champagne and try to solve the next problem. And they are the most important people in the world. Really? I would say the population of the world is the most important. If you think about all the money in the world, it could solve all the poverty that you'd have in Africa. It would solve all the wars. We wouldn't need to have these big companies making bombs and guns, etc., because we could do things peacefully. But it's all about money. It's all about greed, I'm afraid. Now, I could rabbit on about this, but I hope that the whole situation in the Middle East will be resolved. The thing is, it will quieten down, it will disappear, it will go quiet again, and then bam, 3 or 4 years later, it will start again. Somewhere in Eastern Europe is going to, this Russia-Ukraine thing will eventually sort of fade out, disappear after 3 or 4 years, and nothing will be actually accomplished. And maybe in another 10 years it starts up again. Putin may resign. For me, that would be a blessing, and maybe it could be a very democratic kind of leader in Russia. That's not really going to happen. He's now classed as a war criminal. Is Joe Biden going to win the next presidential election? Personally, I hope not, and I hope Donald Trump will come back into power again. You can agree or you can disagree with me, but what do we get from all these power changes and these people who do control the world? Basically, nothing. Zero. Zilch. What has the actual government given to you that you haven't paid for? Which is sort of like, you are American, you can have this. How difficult it is to immigrate to the United States now. If I wanted to, as a law-abiding citizen, and have and want to, it's so impossible. It costs lots of money. Why do I live in Asia? Well, basically, I've been here 30 years, and I think this is more my home than the United Kingdom. I came here to work years ago in 1993. Actually, it's 30 years ago, near enough to this week, was the first time I came into Southeast Asia, and I stayed ever since. Mainly, it was because of money, because it was fantastic, and there was a lot less complication in life in Asia. So this is possibly one reason why people do retire here. The cost of living is low, and it's a happier lifestyle. When I was in the UK, yes, I was mourning, and still am mourning, the death of my dear mama, but life was so complicated and ridiculously expensive. Six sausages in the supermarket cost £6, which was sort of like, what, $8 or $9. Here, I can get 12 sausages for $6 American. You see the difference? I'm talking lots of BS, really, and I'm just like rabbiting on with my rant and rave. And I know there's nothing truly that you and I can do. We can just say, oh my God, we can choose a side. But I would choose the side of the people. Not that I'm going up to be an activist or a revolutionary to do this, but it's how it is. And sometimes, even in really comfortable countries here, like Cambodia, you do get frustrated with the whole situation with it. So what are your points of view? Do you think we should have peace and unity? Do you agree with Russia? Do you agree with Hamas or Israel or Ukraine? What do you think the solution is? My solution, quite simply, is talks. But you know how talks go, they never seem to happen. Why do they never seem to get completed? And agreements are talks. They talk the talk, they say yes, 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 but they don't walk the walk, and nothing has happened. In that respect, it's just, again, quite annoying in that situation that they said, yes, we've done that, oh, we'll do that, but nothing actually happens. It gets put under the carpet, and then something else comes along, because the people in power are greedy. They are not thinking of the public. They're just thinking of their wealthy lifestyle, something that we all dream about, but a very small percentage of us will get. They are just thinking of themselves and their families so they can have a nice, comfortable life, not what they are actually employed for. Welcome to politics, welcome to the government, welcome to world. My name is James. Agree or disagree, please like, subscribe, and support this channel any way possible. Have an epic day wherever you are. Bye bye for now. Thank you very much.